All I can say is, I was never as glad that I wrote a few words, because all I could do when I was watching that video was cry, and that's the truth. Because all I can say is, tonight is not about me, it's about you. It's about parish, it's about community, it's about people living together, working together, celebrating together, sharing each other's joys and celebrations. The many happy days we had at baptisms, first communions, confirmations, weddings, Cheltenham. Who said Cheltenham? Mick Kelly. The many happy days we had going to matches, Nafina, Rathmaline, Enfield Celtic, race days, happy days, the joyful days we celebrated together. All the many happy celebrations, occasions that we had. But also the sorrowful times, the days of sickness, ill health, bereavement, COVID, loneliness and loss. The days that I supported you, the days that you supported me. The happy days we had as children, as adults, as teenagers. And all I can say, it's so good to see so many young people. And you mightn't consider yourself as young. But you are young. You are young. Caroline Murphy, you're young at heart. And the happy days we celebrated together, the joyful days, the lovely days, the happy days. But also, as I said, the sad days of sadness, sickness, bereavement and loss, the COVID days. The days we helped and supported and we cared for each other. The days we built up community spirit. The days we built up neighbourly spirit among us. And I was reminded tonight of those days, the happy days that we shared together. It's a moment of sadness for me to leave you and to move on. But I said a few years ago, I will never fully leave you. And I will carry with me all I have learned about life and about living as parish and community from this parish. I thank you for what you have taught me about what good community and good parish life is about. And especially I thank the priests I've served with in our parish during the past 23 years. I thank Father Sean Fay, Father Timothy and Father John. Father Sean Fay taught me in St. Finian's, and I was glad to be able to come to work with him here in our parish. And I was also glad to be able to come to care for him in his advanced years. Father Timothy and Father John are not only work colleagues, but also have been good friends to me. And both of them especially have taught me about inclusiveness, about reaching out and welcome to people from other countries and from other places who have come to live among us. I thank Father Timothy and Father John also for what they have taught me about kindness and gentleness and what caring nature is all about. These virtues of kindness and caring nature and gentleness I have especially seen in the lives of Father John and Father Timothy, and I wish to thank them here this evening. During my time here, it was also good to be able to celebrate with Father Derek down there, his ordination day, and also to celebrate with Sister Monica Bogan the day of her full profession. And it's great to see you, Derek, here this evening. Thank you for joining us. And Bishop Tom, writing to us during the past week, asked us to think about vocations to priestly ministry and to religious life. And I ask you all especially to pray for vocations to priestly and religious life, and that many will follow in the footsteps of Father Derek and Sister Monica in pursuing vocations to religious life. I thank you especially also to the various people who have served our parish and churches over the past 23 years. And I remember them on the Mass leaflet this week. I especially thank all who have served as readers, Eucharistic ministers, caretakers, sacristans, altar society, stewards, cleaners, and more recent times sanitisers, collectors, altar servers, organists. I thank also members of choirs and all who helped in any way with the provision of music and song in our churches. I thank our child protection officers of the parish, and especially I thank Carol McNally, Una Griffin and Jenny Bogan, especially for upholding and creating the highest of standards of child protection in our parish. Thank you, Jenny, and all, Carol and Una, this evening. I thank Jean Foran. Jean is putting his head down at the moment, but Jean has been such a great help with technical ideas for the webcam and Facebook page, and he's helped me as a person to move forward into the future, because we've hit 2,000 friends on Facebook in the past number of weeks. And I've come to realise too that Facebook and webcam and all technical aspects are the way future for our parish. So thank you, Jean. I thank you for every volunteers who has helped to serve our church, for the ways you've used your gifts and talents to build up community and parish life. I thank those especially who have served in the Golf Classic Committee for the past 21 years, raising much monies for the parish, and all that money has gone to support building, and all that money has gone especially to support the building fund and the priest offerings collections. And all monies collected were put to good use, as we mentioned this evening, in maintenance and development of our churches, graveyards, schools and parish facilities. So thank you to all for your generosity as well. I thank too those involved in the Community Employment Scheme, Jan Horgan, and all the people, especially who kept our churches and cemeteries, the Canal Bank and all areas of our villages neat and tidy. And I thank you very much, and the great credit is due for the ways that our cemeteries are kept, and in immaculate condition our cemeteries are kept. I thank too the principal teachers, the Board of Management's Parents Association, and all ancillary staff in our schools for making our schools which are so often the first meeting place for people to our community. I thank all involved in our schools for making them the friendly and welcoming place that you are. Thank you, teachers, and all involved in our schools. And I want to especially thank the 4 great women in my life. And there's no order to these. Firstly, Betty, my housekeeper, for the past 15 years. Betty has been such a solid rock of goodness and kindness to me. She's so discreet and so pleasant to everybody. Thank you, Betty. Secondly, May, who was so kind and good to Father Faye and to myself, and Father Timothy and Father John. May has been a second mother to us all. Thank you, May. And thirdly, to Rosemary, and along with Rosemary, Cahill and Roisin. They have made their home my home, and I can certainly say that. And Rosemary is always available to type, to keep parish accounts impeccably, and always so accommodating and helpful and obliging. Thank you, Rosemary. And finally, to the other mother of my life, you might think it's you, and you might think it's not you, but it's my sister Mary. Mary, my one and only sister. Mary, so good, so kind and caring to my late dad and mum. And Mary, along with Andrew and Joe and their families, now the ones that I'm going to grow closer to. So you can expect many visits for breakfast, for dinner, for tea. And you expect early mornings and late nights. And finally, I want to thank all the good friends I've made in Enfield. Close friends I've made especially through sport, through horse racing, through golf, through football, GAA, soccer, and even a game of cards. And even a social drink. Enfield is the place of the inn. It used to be a stop-off point for coaches on the way from Galway to Dublin. It used to be a place where people could stop to take a rest and have refreshments on the way to Dublin. I thank you all for the ways you have made our parish and community a place of hospitality, a welcome for me and for my family. I thank you for the great welcome you've had for me into your homes. I thank you for the great privilege it has for me to be able to share the most important and sacred occasions and events in your lives. I thank you for the great trust that you have put in me and in the lives of all the priests who have served and ministered to you over the past number of years. I promise to keep you always in my prayers, and I ask you to keep me in your prayers. Thank you all very much. Thank you especially to Tom and all the committee who organised such a marvellous and wonderful night for me and for my family and for your parish. A night that was filled with great enthusiasm, joy and gusto. Tonight is a celebration, as I said, not just for me, but a night of celebration for what is best and about parish and community life and what community life is all about. Seeing the success of tonight, I encourage you all, and I believe you will, that you will continue to make our parish and community a more welcoming, joyful and participative place for everybody. I encourage you all to get involved in building up community and church life in your midst. On behalf of myself and my family, thank you all very much.
Okay, can we be upstanding for Father Michael?
In his MC here tonight, and I just thank my own family, but especially Mike. And looking through the video there, anyone that looked at that, Mike had a smile on his face. He never, that's the way he is. As I say, he's a man of his word, and you take him as he comes, and that's it. But on behalf of the Whittaker family, we're very appreciated for Mike coming to Summerhill and then to Enfield. And 33 years is a long time. And I know Mike left his family home when he was 12 years of age, went to Finian's. And we were without a brother, and Mary was without a brother. But we carried on, and we knew Mike was going to what he loved to be. And my dad and mum was very, very proud of Mike and the way we all, well, I suppose the four of us, the way we turned out, but especially Mike anyway. And I'd say thanks very much from the Whittaker family for all you've given to my brother Mike in Summerhill and in Enfield. He's made many, many friends, and hopefully he'll go forward. I know Mike, he will. He'll make many friends too. He was a great lover of sport, as you know, and cards, golf, racing, football, yeah, and hurling. And we have a great day out now next Sunday in Nolan Park, and hopefully Meath will be all behind our minor hurling. But thanks very much from the family, and this is a great night, a great celebration, and a great turnout. And I'd say, like, I would have met, like, many of you over the years, and I knew you were all going to turn out for Mike tonight. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Just on a sorrowful note, I just want to maybe just pause for a moment and just a moment's silence, please, for my late mum and dad and all the people of Enfield and Rathmalline, and indeed Killy, my native parish. I want just a moment's silence, perhaps just in remembrance of all the people who have gone before us. My late mum and dad were a great influence on me, as indeed were all the people who have gone before each of you. Eternal rest grant to them, O Lord, and may perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen. May their souls and the souls of all the faithful departed to the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen. And I know my late dad would love a party. And let the party begin.